let me ask you, Paul, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to big yourself up a bit here.
Okay.
How does it feel to sit there as one of the few men on this planet that has a legitimate win? Is it 2 or just 1?
1.
Over
him? Yeah.
You have a legitimate win over the baddest mother effer in the UFC. And if I remember rightly, it wasn't a particularly tough night at the office.
No, he almost got me in round 1. And then from there on, it was elbows and punches to the face. Now, granted, I'll be the first to say that I think he's a different person at this stage of the game. But when we both met then, it was a fair play that night. Yeah. And, I went into his wheelhouse too, which you see a lot of people, and Dustin even talked about it when we were on the desk, were, I don't want to say afraid, but wary of going to the guard with Charles because of how slick he is off his back. And in the moment, I could feel him getting a little bit weaker throughout the fight when you land shots. And you've seen that in Charles's fights before. He gets wobbled, he gets hurt, and it feels really good. I'm not going to lie. Yeah,
listen, you could sit around the pub in Philly, sit there with your buddies, even though you don't drink, and you're just sitting there with your water and lecturing everyone about how many miles you do on the bike. And they say, Paul's kind of changed. And you can say, yeah, but I still beat the BMF.
That's right. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. On the ground.
Oh, even better.
Made him tap to strikes.
Oh, elbows to the face.
And then didn't stop hitting him.
I mean, the man's out of control. Jesus, Paul, get a grip of yourself.
I'm crazy.
Come on. Rebecca's bringing me some water in. That's why I was texting. Come here. Oh, no. Right. Come. Would you care to come over here? I was a little bit late because
Don't blame me.
We were working out in the garage. And Rebecca, just come a little closer so you're on the camera. Rebecca always... It ends up like an argument or a bicker in the garage because I'm trying to speed things along because I got to get the podcast done. And it's important that women lift weights. She's sick of hearing that. But say hi to Paul.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Sorry that you're being
great on the desk, by the way, at the weekend.
Oh, thank you.
She never said that to me.
I did. I think you both did wonderful. I did actually.
Oh, it's almost like we got chemistry.
I know, right? It was like it was like Believe You Me.
Yeah, it did. It kind of did feel like that. I mean, it's just me, you, and Dustin, obviously, with history with both those guys. It was a smooth desk weekend.
It was smooth. It was very smooth.
Let me ask you a question as a very, 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 very casual fan of mixed martial arts.
So casual.
What did you make of the main event? And don't worry about anything. Just give your honest opinion.
I hated it.
Oh. Jesus, I work for the UFC.
No, it was just so frustrating because Max wanted to actually fight and Oliveira. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, he wanted to fight, but it was just a fan. It was very frustrating for a fan such as myself that wants to see actual fighting and not just holding him on the ground
casual
in in top control or whatever you call it. I don't know. But it was just boring to watch.
I'm sure, especially but that's a good point, right? For the casual fan, when there's something called the BMF belt on the line, and that's why we're seeing as much frustration with the general public.
No, I'm not. I'm
now that we're on Paramount. We were on CBS. We didn't have a good showing on CBS this week either, man. That was the Cody Garbrandt fight when he's getting kicked in the balls. He's throwing up in a bucket. I'm thinking,
see that?
I turned it on at that point, and
So hold on. So I missed that up until I got home. So that was it wasn't on Paramount Plus. That was on mainstream TV. CBS.
I think if you wanted to just watch everything on Paramount, I think you could have watched it all the way through on Paramount Plus. But for the people that maybe don't have that and have CBS or just regular cable at home, they could have watched a bunch of the fights where it also aired on CBS.
I mean that is a big deal. That is huge.
Because I mean, guys at home just scrolling through their TV that don't even have advanced cable and just have the most basic package, you're gonna stumble upon the UFC on a Saturday night.
So this is why I was at the airport Sunday morning and I'm scrolling social media as you do, killing time, and I saw a lot of in the For You section on Twitter. Yeah. There was a lot of accounts that I don't follow that had a ton of interaction. So it was coming up on my feed. And these accounts were saying, this was my first time sitting down and watching a UFC fight. And I got to say, I found it pretty boring. That's why.
Yeah. And listen, that's the sport, unfortunately. We can't
that goes without saying. That's just the fight sometimes.
Look at the Super Bowl. I'm not a football fan, but the Super Bowl, by all accounts, was a shitty one, right?
Yeah. So that's what pisses me off too, though. It's like, don't act like other games, sports fans don't suck sometimes. Like, you can watch a basketball game, a baseball game, a soccer game, God forbid, where there's no scoring whatsoever. How many guys do we see 0-0 in soccer,
90 minutes and then overtime.
Yeah. And still nothing.
Okay. Well, that was an excellent bit of input from a very casual, but
so casual,
hardworking and excellent householding wife.
That's a good segment, Michael.
It is.
She represents.
We're going to clip that out, Harrington.
Voice.
Don't clip it.
No, we're putting that out as a separate video.
I'm not camera ready. Don't.
No, you're all right. Behave yourself.
I've just been in the garage working out like a maniac with you.
Your face is a bit shiny.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not camera ready. I haven't powdered my nose. I have blemishes.
Oh my God, yeah. You're blemishing the podcast, so it's time you left. Thank you, sweetheart. No, but that is actually... Thank you, babe. No, but that is interesting because, and we haven't had that conversation. I got back and last thing she wants to talk to me about is the fight. She was like, what did you do in Vegas? Who were you with? She's not like that at all. But with it being broadcast to so many new eyeballs, it is a shame that it wasn't 5 rounds of non-stop action. But as you just said, as we mentioned, football, not basketball. Basketball, there's a point or a basket every few seconds. But soccer's the best example. And it's the most popular sport on the planet.
And baseball, even for U.S. fans, similar to that, where it can be a game that just nothing is happening. Or it can be 8 home runs in a game, 3 men on base, like a double, guys are trying to run, and then the guy's out at home. Like, there can be absolute chaos out of nowhere. And fighting can be just like that too, where it can be a pretty standard fight. And then the last 3 minutes of a round can be crazy. And you just got to invest. And I think the longer we're on CBS, the longer we're on Paramount, people are giving us crap. They're giving the UFC crap. We've had some shows that maybe haven't lived up to the potential that we thought they would. It's going to happen. It's still early. We're in March. There's a bunch of great fights coming up. It is. We have ups and downs like any sport in the world.
Yeah. Fully agree. All right, today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Now, listen, in this modern society, burning out, being overstressed, your mental health declining, it's a real thing, okay? A lot of people are suffering from anxiety, temper issues, anger management. Maybe they're overindulging in alcohol, substance abuse. There's a lot of problems. And guess what? Talking to a licensed therapist really works. And now with BetterHelp, it has never been easier. Visit BetterHelp.com/believe and you will get 10% off your first month.